traveled parts of our home state together, our group of 5 intrepid bikepackers set off on an Amtrak to Klamath Falls, intent on riding a bit over 300 miles of single track in the southern Oregon backcountry.
Trail report.
We sat in Oak Ridge for 4 hours to wait for an accident to clear. Now we're just getting to Cave Falls at, what is it, 2:30? 2:47 a.m. Getting our bags packed. Everything is amazing.
We're packing them so we're going to unpack them again tomorrow for our show.
This is packing for a 2-block bike ride to a hotel where we'll sleep for like 3 hours and then get up again.
Nevertheless, we managed to nap and rally and meet our ride to the trailhead at 5:30 in the morning. Day 1 greeted us with miles of sweet single track, very little water, and plenty of heat.
Trail report. This is Captain Miles because I don't have another trail name yet. At mile, 10 of the first day, and we've been riding for 4 hours. It's hard.
Cold beer and a good night's sleep at the Squirrelville Lodge outside Lakeview had us feeling much stronger, despite an early morning rack failure that used up all of our zip ties. The scenery changed to steep canyons filled with free-range cattle on the Fremont National Recreation Trail, where we met a couple of Forest Service employees out for a Saturday hike. Stoked on what we were doing, they drove ahead and met us with ice water at the top of a tough gravel climb.
What are you doing, Deanne? Trail report. Day what?
3.
Oh my god, it's only day 3.
Right.
And then we are hiding under a tree
Juniper or cedar.
because there was a thunder and lightning storm. So we're waiting it out.
So it did extend all the way down
Okay, good.
off
So
the
it's
screen. So it's moving north
Good.
and it seems to be dissipating.
good. So we'll wait.
Well, it was touch and go there for a while, but needless to say, we did survive the thunderstorm. But the clouds chased us all the way to Paisley, where we dined at the local saloon before being rescued by Dwayne, the owner of Summer Lake Hot Springs and our new best friend.
What is zucchini fry?
I want it.
Not only did Dwayne give us a ride in bad weather, he also collected packages for us, took us on a grocery run, and gave us a ride to Winter Rim, where things took an epic turn. Technically and physically challenging part of the entire timber trail, Winter Rim featured epic views paired with bone-jarring horizontal rock gardens, exposure, and more lightning. We suffered through the unending slog, perhaps walking as much as riding. It was a test of our bodies as well as our gear, but we were rewarded with views like nowhere else in Oregon. Up refreshed from the best campsite ever, a stunning sunrise, and a feeling that the worst was behind us. If there's one thing we learned from the timber trail, though, it's this: never say the worst is over.
Trail report.
We're approximately halfway up the
HAGER Mountain.
From, what was that other trailhead?
It was Farm Wells.
Yeah.
To the top of HAGER Mountain.
Only 7 miles.
It's so steep.
Really steep. It's also at least 90 degrees.
My arm can't hold the phone up.
Oh yeah.
We stopped here because
we stopped because
of that.
I cursed at this tree.
And if you're saying to yourself, that's not so bad, you're not here. You don't know.
It's bad.
Was that thunder?
No, that was my stomach.
Signing out.
Well, I have been hiking for a long time, and I'm kind of almost to the top, but probably not really. And it's fucking hard, and it's fucking hot. I've never thought to myself this whole entire trip, even though it's been really hard, that I can't do it. And even now, struggling and like fucking pushing. So I think that's good. It's a kind of a realization, I guess, that I don't usually tell myself that I can't. Maybe that's why I get things done. Anyway, that's about it for now. I'm gonna keep pushing.
Finished up our 6th day on the trail. We had all come close to or even met our breaking points. We opted to skip what turned out to be an overgrown trail covered in manzanita that was nearly impassable for a gravel transition into Chemult, a real bed for a night, some laundry, and greasy truck stop burgers.
Eliza, how was today?
It was terrible.
Why was it so bad?
I felt terrible.
Did you eat enough sodium?
I did not eat enough sodium.
So then what happened?
So then I was riding my bike, just riding along, and then all of a sudden I thought I was gonna vomit. So I dropped my bike and bent over and tried to vomit, and I couldn't. So I sat on the ground and just felt completely defeated.
We're doing something right now that most people can't do, and that I'm doing it with 4 amazing women. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, yesterday's bushwhacking through the manzanitas with just 3 miles to go was probably the worst thing so far this week. And the best thing was so far the sunrise at Fremont Point yesterday.
That's what I'm putting on my Instagrams right now.
Oh, right now?
What?
Oh.
The last 2 days on our journey took us from Crescent Lake, with its sandy beaches and warm water, to Oak Ridge, via some of the most beautiful flowing single track we'd had the pleasure of riding. Morale soared as we ripped down perfectly formed ascents and past alpine lakes. The dry days of rationing water were well behind us, and while we were tired, we started to wish it would last just a little bit longer. Most of us, our trip on the Oregon Timber Trail ended at about mile 304 as we rolled into Oak Ridge. The Mountain Bike Oregon Festival was in full swing, which felt to us like a party thrown in our honor. 2 of our group of 5 had already decided to push on for a few more days, joining up with another rider we met along the way. For the rest of us, the remaining northern half of the trail would have to wait for another year.